Thank you, Madam Chair. We talk a lot about the wars in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Libya, but we have a war that's going on right next door and just south of our border in Mexico. I've met with President Calderon, Connie Mack, a gentleman from Florida, and I recently met with him. Security is his number one issue, and since he has declared war, about 40,000 people have died in Mexico at the hands of the drug cartels, who have become more brazen and more violent than ever. In Juarez alone, 6,000 people have been killed. As a result, the Congress passed the Mérida Initiative to deal with that, to provide intelligence, military assistance to Mexico. And I think as Mr. Chairman Mack of the Subcommittee on Western Hemisphere and Mr. Engel would agree as well, we've been very frustrated with the State Department and the inability to implement the Mérida Initiative. I think to date only 25% of that funding has been implemented, and it's been about 2.5 years. One area that I think we need to, and let me just add also that it's become so brazen that our U.S. law enforcement have now been under fire, not only in Mexico but on this side of the border. ICE agent Jaime Zapata was killed in cold blood, and his partner, Agent Avila, by a miracle, nothing short of a miracle, survived that ambush by the Zetas cartel, which had become the most violent down there. So we need to look at the Mérida Initiative. We need to ensure that the training that we provide is contracted the right way, completed in a timely manner, and measured for its effectiveness. This committee has a responsibility to provide effective oversight to ensure that this happens for our security and for the security of Mexico. So when we look at these training programs, when we look at the contracting of those programs, I have seen some inefficiencies. My amendment would prevent USAID from spending more than 50% of the training funds under the Mérida Initiative with any one company. One of the main areas in which we provide Mérida aid is to institutionalize the rule of law in Mexico by providing these training programs for the Mexican police, judges, and prosecutors. USAID was tasked to carry this out and gave about 90% of that contract to one single company, Management Systems International, or MSI. This company has a poor record of performance, and the Inspector General agreed. He reported that there are issues with the contract's process, that it was hurried, sloppy, there were no metrics of performance, and the reporting was ineffective and lacking. In fact, USAID itself admitted that it has been ineffective in its metrics and oversight of MSI and the training. In fact, we've made repeated calls to MSI from my staff that were never returned. And the situation, I believe, is getting worse. This bill does one thing in effect. It provides competition, which I always think brings out the best. Competition to carry out these contracts. And it will force USAID to do what they should have done in the first place, and that was to provide effective training with real metrics and real oversight. And with that, I ask that the members of this committee support my amendment, and I yield back the balance of my time.